except the one thing, I don't have an agenda, there it is.
Hey, everybody, please,
The first thing on
turn your
the,
mics on.
first thing on the agenda is the ball fields.
Do you wanna do the minutes and the bills first? Oh, we don't have bills. We did not get those, but we've got the minutes.
Approval of the minutes.
You have the minutes from March 23rd in front of you, as well as you should have a single sheet that says that on April 27th, the park board did not meet due to a lack of quorum.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes for March 23rd and April 27th.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Carries. Okay, old business, Babe Ruth ball field.
Mr. Graham, where are we at with the contracts with Mr. Blake on the Babe Ruth field?
Sorry, I still have not been contacted by anybody from the paper. It's on my computer ready to be drafted in terms of things like, I know everybody's busy with baseball, but, I need contact information for him or the league. That need to reach out to. I haven't heard anything yet.
I thought Sheila in an email gave you Mr. Blake's phone number. Did you not see it?
She very well may have. I did not, I have to contact him, but if Sheila said she did that, I'm sure she did. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And his
So
email.
I will double check with your.
He has his number and email.
What we're talking and make sure.
Yeah, I believe Sheila gave you his, phone number as well as his email.
Okay.
So, I'd make a motion that we table the Babe Ruth field until, next month.
Do I have a second?
I'll
Yeah,
second
just
that.
on 519. Yep, I do that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carries.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Thank you.
Our next order of business is the restrooms at Callaway Park.
You wanna talk about we were invited out to the Callaway Park. I believe Sandy, Sheila, Mr. Roby and myself attended. Back on, I believe, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, October 27th, they came in front of the board and we gave direction to put doors on the outside of the building.
Correct.
There was make sure I'm saying this, I believe there was a lack of communication from Mr. Martin to the contractors. That never got relayed, and so the contractors built it with no outside doors, and so we met out there. They did come up with a solution to that, which was to build a wall on the inside of the shelter house on the south end. Make sure I get my directions straight, Jeff. On the south end of the building, and there will be 2 exterior doors put in there. So essentially, it's gonna give us like a little waiting area with that wall there. There'll be an entrance from the rest of the main shelter, but you can access it from the outside as well. That way, if somebody's renting the shelter, they're not getting interrupted. You know, they're having a wedding or a kid's birthday party. There's still access to the bathrooms from the outside. There is ADA ramps there. Sheila and I think Sandy also attended the ERC meeting, and the ERC did approve the cost of that. So it's just the park board that needs to rule on that, but structural wall put in, and it runs east and west on the south end of the building. And then, Clay did also, since we're talking about the shelter house, we'll just put it all out there. Clay did have a local painter approach him about donating all the labor and work to repaint all the ceilings and the beams and everything on the inside of the shelter house, as well as all the overhangs underneath for the cost of the paint. The ERC graciously approved that, which is roughly, $3,000, I think, what that did. So then we just need to approve that. They did bring us a paint SKU from Sherman-Williams, because they will be using Sherman-Williams paint. So it's up to us to pick the paint color, and since I picked the last paint color and Sheila don't like it, y'all get to pick it. I'm staying out of it.
What is it now? I don't remember. Is it just like a white, off-white?
It's a 50-year-old dingy white.
And Clay had suggested gray. It's inside beams, and I don't know how we can tell anything sitting here without looking at the color of the building.
So, you're gonna have,
He's suggesting gray, I think brown, but I don't know. Would you guys like to see these?
Yes.
Jeff, did I leave anything out?
No, I think that's accurate. Artwork, today would be helpful with the project that you just described, and further to authorize a member of the park board to act as a representative on making decisions under a certain threshold going forward, because we are in a time crunch, and it would be appropriate to name a representative to see the project, and there will be more things signed, more things review, and things of that nature as we go forward with this. So we don't make this that same problem again.
Okay. Would it be appropriate to nominate 2 people to do that and adverse to one in case, that person's out of town and we need to move forward on a project, or what would you recommend?
Yeah, you can have a representative and almost like a vice representative, for lack of a better term.
Which brown and which gray?
Either.
I don't think I want to go dark, would you?
No, either.
Would they suggest, did they suggest color?
They suggested a lighter, not super light, but kind of a medium shade. That way it would cover up any, issues, but they didn't wanna make it, I said just paint it all black, but then they're like, there's not a lot of light in there anyway, so black may make it, a little darker in there, so.
I don't know, but the outside's kind of a yellow, and the brick on the building's kind of a brown,
Yeah, it's
so.
kind of a mixture. But whatever we done the underneath with, we could also maybe transfer that and paint the rest of the stuff outside to match that. So if you would wanna go with a light brown or a tannish color or something like that, that would be, but I'm not picking.
I think the light brown would be fine, like a medium brown, somewhere literally right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's light enough that it can cover things up, but it's not too dark either to cover. That's right there.
That's your guys' call.
I love that you're staying out of it.
Like these.
Which one do you guys suggest?
Either one of those. Is that what you think?
Yeah, right there in the middle. It's awesome.
Okay, it's a smoky beige. What you saying?
I'm good, I agree with Mike.
Okay. It's one of these two.
Smoky beige. Smoky Beige.
There we go.
You need to.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carries. Thank you.
I make a motion that Sheila's the representative that can make the decision. That way we can move forward on the project.
Is that okay with you, Sheila? I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we need a second also. Anyone want to volunteer?
I say Roby.
Okay, Mr. Roby, since he's not here.
I'll second.
Do I have I can't make, do I have a
I'll
motion?
make a motion, Mr. Roby's the second.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll let him know. Thank you.
I got enough on my plate, I can't do anymore. And yes, I said that, Mr. Graham.
Make sure that's in the minutes.
Yeah. Our next, on the agenda is our budget. And we had a budget committee. And Lisa, do you wanna tell them what the final was on that?
So the budget on this, I just went down and set in here, went down to the bottom and took the 305,609 plus 3%. And then added, more for contractual services because we know we're gonna have that for the pool. And then put, $5,000 in more for supplies because we know we have to every year start that concession stand up and we need money. So the total that I came up with was $329,777,000. Now, we can ask for it, don't mean we're getting it.
Can you repeat that amount?
329,777.
27 cents. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Are you both with the Y?
We are.
The church, do I have a motion to table the church since they're not here?
I'll make a motion to table.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carries. Would you like to come up and introduce yourself with YMCA? Anderson YMCA.
I'm Clark Simpson. I'm the CEO of the YMCA of Madison County. So,
Can I get your name again, sir?
Clark Simpson, C-L-A-R-K, S-I-M-P-S.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Has everyone read over the contract?
Just moving on.
And as far as, and again, I've been redoing contracts all over, so exactly what you've got, I'm not sure what. There's a lot of options that can be on the table, and we're kind of want to be here for discussion with the Parks Board and of interest. This kind of came about in talking with Mayor Jones and with the pool and that sort of thing, and knowing, then also talked with Mindy and Emma Kelly, whatever managed the pool, that sort of thing. Understand that there is time in the mornings. The pool doesn't open really until about 11 o'clock. I think there's open swim between 12 and 1. They've got some swim team activity in the morning, but there's times in the morning where the possibility that Y could provide some aqua exercise classes, the possibility of youth swim lessons. There's all kinds of options. I'm starting a program similar to this in Anderson. We're leasing space from the Community Health Network there in their therapeutic pool. do something similar. This obviously is outdoor, and so I think kind of the main aspect that I had kind of put in there was a, and it would be up to the Parks Board as far as what would be willing to lease the time for. The Y would be responsible for, we would pay instructors, lifeguards, we provide certificate of insurance for covering the time, et cetera, that we had.
Do you have someone that is also chemically certified in chemicals?
No, we would not be handling the pool aspect. We would expect that to be handled by the parks.
Yes.
But it has to be checked before entered, and so you'd request our pool staff to do that,
Correct.
is what you're saying?
They need to pay for that.
This is news to me as far as what again, this is part of the discussion. I don't know what needs to be done as far as the arrangement I have with the community. They're handling the entire aspect. They send all reports into the state and et cetera with that, and so that's all part of the contract. As far as, what, Edward Parks needs, again, that's part of the discussion. And
On this one, it also has afternoon hours. And we already have 15 evenings in the afternoon booked, and we just opened.
right, and again,
So,
that proposal you see there is a shot in the dark to throw that out. Since we've done that, we understand that probably mornings would be the best time to do it. Like I said, we've talked to both Mindy and Emma, as far as being able to work around when the swim team would be practicing. They said they could kind of adjust that depending on what would work. Like with the hospital, they've got therapy times in there, so I have an example. So I get access on Monday, Wednesday, Friday afternoons. They don't have therapy in there, and then I have Tuesday, Thursday mornings. So I've worked our classes around to fit that. So really, I just be whatever works. The Parks Board and the pool will run the way it needs to do, and if you have open time, to me, it would be a benefit to the community for the Y to be able to do that. Since I've been CEO for about a year and a half, I've been trying to get aquatics back in the county from the YMCA. We haven't had anything here for 11 years, and so really trying to offer our members something like that. And in talking with the mayor, knowing that that's kind of lost revenue time, so if we can come in and be able to provide some revenue through the lease and that sort of thing, then would be only be beneficial.
Well,
obviously,
then,
to you all.
actually, we make more money on rentals than we would be getting for rent. And that's the reason I was concerned about the evening hours, because we're already booked like 15, 15 not
Yeah,
evenings.
and I would expect for us to take, that was, again, we hadn't talked to anybody, so a lot of that was on presumption. Absolutely, if you've got evenings, et cetera, on the rentals, that would be the way to go. So,
So you would be interested in just days? Mornings?
yeah, probably mornings,
Yeah.
just be able to do that.
Mr. Graham, he stated that they'd be willing to pay the staff for the pool, but if they're working in our pool, how would that work for them to be paying if they're using our lifeguards? How would that work?
We have to hire that out through a contract with all the responsibilities and insurance and things of that matter. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I just thought of that in my favor.
Yeah, because, it's my understanding he's met with Mindy and Emma would be interested in taking on that role
Yes.
to do that, but she's one of our employees, so we would have to be very careful. One, because we wouldn't want her, we can't pay her for their time, but then yet, how do we keep all that separate?
Correct, I know where you're going, it goes to point type thing. And,
Well, she.
yeah, I'll have to put some thought into this and how we're gonna arrange that. I know.
Well, they could, sir, so we're happy to have Emma be, and I think Emma's happy to be a YMCA employee, so, and that's kind of what I intended. The lifeguards and any instructors would be YMCA employees. We lease the time, we're responsible for those costs and et cetera like that.
But she's also a pool employee, so
Right.
that's what
So-
our concern was.
To keep things separated.
Yes.
Well, she just wouldn't, you know, and I don't know whether you pay her per hour, or whether she's on salary, that I don't know how, what your
She's paid
arrangements
per
are.
hour, Emily is.
Okay, so,
Emma.
and we would be paying her per hour, so, you know, we would pay her for the hours she works for us, and, you know, she would log in hours for you all and pay that. I think that's easy enough to separate that way, since it's hourly, to do it. I have worked other arrangements where, and again, I think the attorney was talking about that, where we would work out a contract where we subcontracted your employees at a wage, and et cetera, do that. I don't see that as clean. I think that we can have the YMCA, frankly, with my insurance, I would rather have them my employees. I think my insurance company would rather have them my employees.
We would rather you have them as your employees.
Yeah, well, I understand. And be able to do that, and, you know, certainly, you know, the standards would go with that. And like I said, I've already got, you know, certificate of insurance we'd be able to provide during the time that we are leasing to be able to cover that. The question that you brought up as far as, you know, managing chemicals, I guess during the couple hours a day we might doing that, that I'm not sure. With the
Well,
hospital.
it would have to be, Mindy checks it every morning, but if you're doing mornings, then Mindy would have to come in early, because she doesn't come in till 11 or 12, whatever time she does come in. She'd have to check it before the pool was used in the morning.
Well, and if that's, I mean, if it's a matter of paying her for her time to do that, and we work that arrangement out, I don't see that as a problem. I mean, we could, to do that, I don't know what time, you know, an example is I'm gonna have some of the adult classes going from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. in Anderson. Whether we do that here, that might work. Really kind of comes down to what the community wants and what people are interested in becoming, to do that. But for that, no, I'd be happy to pay her time to be able to do that, draw that, and just be that on YMCA time to be able to handle that. That wouldn't be a problem. The other aspect that I've worked, and since we don't know, and this would be an ask, would be, the hospital has worked with us to say, I'd like to put a wide array, if you all gave me what times were available for us to do. We already know evenings is off and Saturdays, so that's fine. But if we had a block of time, that would be kind of working around the swim team. We would take that, and I'd like to offer as many classes as we can. I'm not gonna run at a loss any more than you guys wanna run at a loss, so I would put a minimum of what it would take to do that, and if we don't get the enrollment for that, I wouldn't hold the class. What the hospital has agreed with me is I'm doing the same thing. You don't use it, you don't pay for it. And so, but trying to maximize to get as much engagement by the community and people in the pool. We're kind of casting a wide net, gonna offer a lot of classes and doing that and see what the sign up is. That would be an ask that we would do here if the Parks Board would be willing to do the same thing, whatever we agreed to on the lease.
Mr. Graham, you got anything?
I was having trouble hearing him, but if the park board will approve, the arrangement that they'd like to see, I can put that in writing. You could directly put together the contract as, stranger tonight.
I do have a question. It's $50 an hour. Okay, say it rains for 3 mornings and you don't get it open. What happens there?
We don't use it, we don't pay for it.
See, because we won't be able to, sometimes we have rentals in the mornings too, and that's what. I think we just, has anyone got any suggestions? Cause we're, with the way we ran it, it, after we pay our employees and everything, we're making $86 an hour. So if we rent it to them, we're gonna be losing $36 just by renting it to the Y. So,
How many-
I'm not sure I understood that.
when, we also have rentals, we have rentals like they
Right.
have parties and stuff. And after we pay the employees and everything, off of that, what we're bringing in for the parties, we make $86 an hour.
Okay.
So we would be taking a $36 loss.
Well, on your rentals, and again, we want to be flexible with you all. I mean, I'm not going to take money out. This needs to be a win for all of us.
Yes.
And if you've got rentals, I mean, if something came up, we know the evenings, you're gonna have a lot of rentals. If you've got something during the day that's already on the books, a birthday party, something that's doing that, you know, that's just something that,
Maybe we could do it like, I don't know, I mean, I'm asking, just throwing suggestions.
What if we dedicated a Monday, Wednesday, Friday
That's
mornings?
yeah, 3 days a week or something like that.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you know,
Then we're gonna have to get with Mindy and make sure she'll come in, because Mindy lives in Anderson.
and we would block those times out that she could not rent it. And for how long in the season? Because last year we were open on the weekends after school started, and I believe we voted this time that once school goes back, we shut it down.
Which will be
because-
the 11th. School starts back here the 11th.
well, and in full transparency, so, you know, with Dr. Choi, we've had conversation with him. He's asked us if we would be interested in leasing the natatorium at the school to be able to run
Really?
programs there as an opportunity. So we're interested in doing both, because we'd like to be able to have year-round aquatics or whatever in the Elwood community. And so, we have nothing on the table with that other than discussion where he actually approached us. We didn't approach him about that. We said we're definitely interested. So that would be fine with us. Depending on, as Caitlin and I discussed, you know, this was kind of discussion, didn't know, you know, really what you all needed, wanted, and so this is a discussion. If we find something that works, if the Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings and do that, that's more than anybody's got now. And to be able to do that and try that, and we can always have conversations with the school district and see kind of what they're doing.
Mr. Graham, would it be out of line to have two of our board members meet with not only the YMCA and Dr. Troy and Mindy, and all kind of sit down and everybody be at the table so we know exactly what's going on before we start agreeing to anything? Would that?
Yeah, these should be informal meetings, and as we talked about this with the ERC, once you start forming, subcommittees, two of those, then you have open door issues, so, but if two of you, anytime want to get together, and meet with other groups and then report back to the park board, that's what you do. But if the park board itself appoints two people to be part of that, then you open the door for open door.
So we could just take it upon ourselves for two of us to do it.
Yes.
I would say Sheila and Sandy, take it upon yourself.
I can do that.
You know, you see how I'm trying to get out of stuff?
You said no more on your plate, we gotta.
Yeah. So I think, is it gonna hurt for us to get a meeting and come together for that to happen and everybody know what's going on? Because I don't wanna shortchange you, or I don't wanna shortchange the school, or, you know, I want all opportunities out and laid on the table.
Sure.
And then they can bring it back to this board, and we can make a decision on where to go from there.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a timeline. In Anderson, I've kind of got a timeline that we're starting classes June 8th, so we're moving forward with that. With here and with the school, I mean, if I walked in, you guys go, we that's great, then I would go talk with Dr. Troy and go, okay, now let's have conversations just with the school and move forward with that. So I don't feel pressure one way or another, and happy to sit down kind of for the good of the Elwood community and go, okay, we're trying to get aquatics going on here, what works? I'm happy to do that.
Does that sound like a plan, Mr. Graham? A non-plan?
It does, very informal discussion.
And the informals, you're just trying to keep them out of trouble, right?
I'm learning from you, sir.
You are.
That was scary.
So,
Can,
do you want the Y to work to arrange a meeting of you all decide who informally just kind of wants to show up at a meeting and,
Yes, that'd be fine.
okay. And again, Caitlin Spradlin, I think probably you guys know her or whatever, but Caitlin, Caitlin has been recently promoted to the Executive Director of Operations for the entire YMCA Madison County, so.
Congratulations.
Caitlin will certainly be a lead on that. I'm trying to get out of my work. I'm trying to jump stuff on her. So we'll arrange that.
Okay,
Kate,
I'd
you have
appreciate it.
emails.
I have Sheila's,
That's good enough.
so, yeah.
That's good enough. That's the head, so that's good enough for me.
Okay, just let us know then, and we'll be glad to set something up.
Thank you for your time, too.
And thank
Thank
you,
you,
I'm
and-
just sorry that,
Just so that you got, I'll give you my business card or whatever, you were taking minutes like that, so. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
thank you very much,
Thank you,
have a great
guys.
evening. Okay, I do not understand why we would do that with the Y and make less money, when we can do it ourselves and make more money. I don't get that. I don't get the reasoning in that.
How many morning, reservations do we get, or?
So we don't know that.
We don't know, right now we have 15, but we've only been open, what, less than 4 days?
That's
4
birthday
days?
parties, evenings, and Saturdays.
But that, I don't know if they're all evening.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, I don't know how many mornings, I mean, I would
She
tend,
does get
I would tend to
mornings.
think it'd be more evening than mornings,
Last year she got mornings also.
Yeah, I mean, to know everything, to make a decision and not know everything on the table, I don't think that's a good decision.
And I'm a little leery on the $50 an hour.
I am too. I don't
I
think
mean,
it's,
yeah, we could come back and say, no, we're not doing $50 an hour.
I mean, why would we take $50 an hour when we know we can make 86 or more than that? 125 if we only have to pay one guard.
Well, the money for the lifeguards they're paying them separate, right?
Yes.
So even if they would say 75, that would boost us up a little bit, but.
And he could get into it and start getting into it and realizing
There may not be that many people know what
Elwood
they
doesn't
wanna
want
do.
it as much as Anderson does, and the few they could get, I mean, to
I mean,
try
I think
to-
it's a great idea, I just don't wanna take money away from our pool to, because,
If they can't guarantee any money.
Yeah.
I don't think any money away.
Right, so I mean, I think it's something we should listen to all avenues and explore, but
and I don't know if Mindy's gonna be willing to drive to Anderson at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, then go back home.
well,
But she-
that we would just have to have discussion with her, and maybe she be one of the employees they pay.
Well, yeah, but they're just gonna pay her to come check the chemicals and leave?
I think if I was Mindy, I would say, I'm coming in, I'm part of the staff, and I'll be there, and they pay her their own self. I think it's an opportunity,
I mean, 'cause I am not comfortable without that water being checked for anybody getting in. I mean, 'cause we do it daily,
right,
before any,
right.
so that's a liability on us.
I think that's something where you pull everybody together and you learn more and get more input. I mean,
I would really like
has looked at this contract, but this was kinda just, it's not gonna work, cause they wanted all the evenings, and
And they want.
we're gonna have evening swims once it warms up on Fridays anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So,
so it may only be Monday, Wednesday, Friday we could do, or Tuesday, Thursday. And then the rest of the time, if the people are interested in it, and they like the class, then maybe they will drive over to pick up the rest of the classes in,
Anderson.
Anderson. I mean,
Well, if they're gonna do it at school, but I didn't think that they was using the pool till the school reopened.
that I don't know. Your board members for the school,
They're looking to find more avenues that the pool can be used instead of it being
I'd be sitting there,
sitting there not doing anything.
Well, because I know they've been doing their swim classes at the pool. So,
We're in a transitional phase.
which is fine, I mean, you
Yeah,
know.
no, I mean, we are looking to find more avenues to.
For
have
your
the
pool.
To be used more,
Right.
a lot more than what it is. It's a great resource for the community,
You know,
so.
right now, there's no way that any older person would get in that pool anyways, I'm telling you right now.
well, that'd be a popsicle.
I'd say it's gotta be awfully cold.
It is
in the morning.
freezing.
Yeah, it is. Trust
I
me,
mean,
I was in it
freezing.
when we were filling it. Oh, I was in the tank.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, who would like to volunteer?
Sorry about that.
to do-
shall we just meet for coffee one morning and just, talk?
Yeah.
Okay. Clay is not here, so we'll table that, and there are no questions and concerns from the public. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our next meeting is June the 22nd at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Sorry for missing the meeting.